Hi, Assalamualaikum. I'm Hasanuddin, or Hassan for short. I'm currently a CEO coach. That means a coach to CEOs, MDs, entrepreneurs, and leaders, and everyone else who needs my service. Join me on Lever to learn more about my journey in self-learning, how to be more effective in self-learning. Okay, you can follow Lever at the link below, and you can follow their social pages, Lever My, on Facebook, on Instagram, and TikTok, of course. So let's start leveraging knowledge. Whoa, I was once going to be fired, and I didn't want to be fired in a large multinational company. So how did I overcome the challenge? Well, there was no job for me. I made sure the job came back, the job appeared, or the job was there. And then the boss didn't want to give the job to me. He wanted to hire from outside. I had to plead, and after many trials of getting his appointment, I finally got it. I went to see him, pleaded with him, and then he said, okay, let me consider. I went back to do homework, and then I went back to present to him, and finally I got it. It's a long story, but I was going to be fired, but I got a job which my boss did not want to give to me. So that was my favorite quote would be this in my working life: go and take additional responsibilities. You know that quote, which is my favorite? I learned it from him. He was the late Ismail Sulaiman. I worked in IBM way back in the 60s and 70s, I forgot. He was the first managing director of IBM Malaysia, who was Malaysian. Later, he started Messiniaga Berhad. So very inspirational. It was his quote of take additional responsibilities, which I took on, that made me thrive. It's by way of TV. Yeah? I'm from the 60s and 70s. I've been watching Star Trek from the original series until now, when we have Star Trek Picard, Star Trek Discovery, and all the spin-offs, because Star Trek celebrates the human spirit. Sometimes nothing drives you. It was just by accident or stumbling around, because I thought I was good in consulting, teaching, guiding people. I thought it must be my DNA to go into the learning and development industry. So I jumped in. I wouldn't say it's an advice, but it's actually a feedback given to me, which then I reinforce. One of my bosses says, Hassan, there's this, I didn't understand the word then. He said, you're very tenacious. You have tenacity. Yeah? So it's like hard working, but it's consistency and persistency, not in a pushy way, but in a spirited way. Both. In order to be street smart, you still got to have some foundation. You still got to keep on putting effort in learning. But there's nothing like street smart in practicing it, experimenting with it, falling down with it, and then learning from real on-the-job experience or real experience. So both, I'll give 50-50. Sorry, not one or the other.